Wrestling junk. You buy it, I buy it. In fact, go into the comments section and let me know about the dumbest wrestling thing you own. And I'll start. There's a replica Winged Eagle Championship belt literally built into my desk. Andy Kaufman action figure. You're damn right I've got it. A great Sasuke mask? Come on. Never know you're gonna need that. And yeah, I'll defend these purchases because they made sense at the time, but some of the stuff that WWE sold over the years? Yikes. I'm Singer Siete for 7 Wrestling. Let's take a look at even more weird WWE merchandise. Now, before we get into this, we appreciate your support, so if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and Alabama Slam that notification bell. Also, we've got shirts. Check out the links below if you want to show off your 7 Wrestling pride, or if you just want to support the channel. Number 1. Toughest SOAP. There have been some popular talents over the years. John Cena with his hustle, loyalty, etc. Cody Rhodes closing the final chapter on the never-ending story. Logan Paul begging the world for forgiveness and proving that he isn't just a manipulative piece of shit. Oh wait, that one hasn't happened yet, but just you wait. But outside of maybe Hulk Hogan in the 80s, nobody has reached the level of good guy Nirvana quite like the bionic redneck Stone Cold Steve Austin. Think about it, the fans have turned on almost every top guy since the launch of the rock and wrestling era. Hulk Hogan, Diesel, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, The Rock, John Cena, Batista, Roman Reigns, but never ever Stone Cold Steve Austin. Heck, they tried to turn him heel, even having him beat down the beloved Lita. Well, she was beloved at this point in time, and it still wouldn't take. So it makes sense that they would put the Texas Rattlesnake's name and face on every product imaginable. And there have been some weird ones. We've talked about the Stone Cold Steve Austin baby doll, the Austin 316 condom to help you prevent any unwanted baby dolls, Steve Austin cookie plate, Steve Austin necktie, oh, perfect for your day in court, this weird Steve Austin doll that doesn't look anything like him, and the reason old Stone Cold is on this list, WWE talking soap. Now, believe it or not, wrestling soap is not a new phenomenon. Hop onto eBay and you can pick up this in the package set of wrestling soap featuring Hulk Hogan and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat for the low price of only, $150. Wow. Woo. These days, for that kind of money, you could get the real Hulk Hogan to rub up against you in the shower. But this wasn't any soap. This was talking soap. When you put the vanilla-scented soap in the water, you'd hear the Texas Rattlesnake say, "Better wash up." And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. And that's all it would say. Only one voice clip for this product, which is a shame, because I would have gone with, "Talk about your songs, talk about your John 3:16. Austin 3:16 says I just washed your hands." Thank you, thank you. Number 2, fiendishly sexy. Swamp Daddy Bray Wyatt was on his last legs in 2018. When you're playing second fiddle to Matt Hardy and his vast cornucopia of eccentricities, it's probably not a great sign, but Wyndham Rotunda is nothing if he is not creative, and in the summer of 2019 he returned with the Firefly Funhouse, a parody of children's television that featured a whimsical Wyatt and a variety of puppet characters. In the 3rd episode of the show, Wyatt made reference to the fact that he had learned how to harness and control the darkness that previously had controlled him. We then got our first look at his powerful alter ego, the Fiend, and the wrestling world lost their collective minds. The Fiend steamrolled his way through former WWE Universal Champion Finn Balor, one of the worst regarded Hell in a Cell matches of all time, on his way to upending Seth Rollins and claiming the WWE title. Fans loved it. Fiend merchandise flew off of the shelves on WWEshop.com, shirts, masks, socks, backpacks, even a replica of the Fiend's specially designed championship belt went for a mind-blowing $6,500. Ooh, yowie wowie indeed. Do you know how much Hulk Hogan soap that would buy you? And we get it. We love wrestling, but we also love horror. Let me know when you're ready to have a conversation about how good the Dawn of the Dead remake was. So when you marry the two in a way that's original and cool, let's just say we're here for it. And yeah, while the price on that belt may be offensive, and between you and me, it's pretty ugly. I mean, not quite as bad as this, but it's still pretty bad. No. The reason the Fiend has made this list is because of this pair of shorts with a very suggestive phrase written right across the crotch. Oh well, I guess it's better than if it had said, "He's got the whole world in his hands." Number 3, Future Shock. One of our favorite phenomena is when a movie or a TV show makes a prediction about the future and it comes true. Obviously, The Simpsons are the king of this, although if I had 500 episodes of a show, I'd get something right every now and then too. Wait, that's the real amount of Simpsons episodes? I thought I was exaggerating for comedic effect. Anywho, you've got Demolition Man that predicted self-driving cars, Zoom meetings, the fact that Arnold Schwarzenegger would become a politician. Fortunately, the 3 seashells never came to pass, and the WWE for the most part doesn't deal with any kind of future predictions. They try to put on a good show while simultaneously building for the future through their developmental territory, NXT. But every now and then it happens, such as in 2014 when Roman Reigns said he would take his place at the head of the table a good 6 years before that phrase became a part of his act. Or in 1998 when Shawn Michaels said he was going to marry a Nitro girl, have a family, find Jesus, get clean, have one of the best runs of all time, retire in the main event of WrestleMania, become a golem, and then sing his theme song with St. Louis-based rapper Sexy Red. Okay, maybe he didn't say any of that. But what did happen is that in January of 2016, the WWE released this shirt. Yeah, that is potentially in his future, although we will say that's not even close to being Vince's worst shirt. Yikes. Number 4, make it make sense. Here's something you need to know about me. The 4 funniest things in the world are as follows. 1, women fast dancing in huge wedding dresses, hilarious. 2, people falling off of skateboards, amazing. 3, little kids playing football in full pads, so good. Look at them. They're wider than they are tall. And finally, fragrance commercials. They're so friggin' dumb. Think about it. There's nothing to show. All fragrance is just, scented liquid. And they can't describe the smell. It's like every other flowery bullshit you've ever smelled. So instead we get celebrities doing the weirdest stuff that has nothing to do with the product. Here's Beyonce melting a wall with her hand, Nicki Minaj turning into some kind of super hot kaiju, Lady Gaga with a ton of little people crawling all over her. Yeah, that's what I want to smell like. But if you think about it, the fragrance industry's gotta be a pretty sweet racket. Like, once you figure out the formula for your scent, you're golden. And here's where someone in the comment section is like, actually, Signor Siete, the process of distilling the fragrance is rather expensive. Whatever. I just popped the term Beyonce perfume into Amazon, and it's gonna cost you $53 for her Pulse fragrance, and you can't convince me that the whole deal doesn't cost like $5 to manufacture. I love Signor Siete's witty wrestling commentary, but his ignorance surrounding the fragrance industry is intolerable. Sorry, I must be in a mood today, apparently. Moving on. The point I'm getting at is the proposition of selling cologne to wrestling fans is insane. First of all, stereotypically, we're not particularly concerned with how we smell. Deodorant is just fine. And second, if we are interested in cologne, why would we make our fragrance purchasing decisions based on our wrestling affiliation? But yeah, the margins must have been insane for them to try something like this, and I know I'm right because at different points in time, we were offered both WWF Attitude Cologne and WCW Nitro Cologne. Smell like Goldberg. Even Stone Cold Steve Austin got into the game with his own line of Venom Cologne, the perfect complement to his soap that yells at you. And what does it all smell like? Well, I don't know, but I'm gonna guess buyer's remorse and disappointed girlfriend. Number 5, Page Turner. For all the ridiculous merchandise we've been talking about, we've got to give the WWE props for something they absolutely got right. Talking about wrestling buddies. Back in the late 80s, early 90s, Tonka released this line of plush toys featuring the day's top superstars, including Hulk Hogan, The Ultimate Warrior, Ted DiBiase, and the Macho King Randy Savage. And believe me, young wrestling fans were in heaven. No longer did you have to suplex your little sister onto a couch cushion you placed on the living room floor. Now you could drop an elbow onto the WWF champion, and if you were a little too stiff, it wouldn't go running off to mom and dad. So influential were these stuffed superstars that they would appear on Time's list of the 100 greatest toys of all time. The cool thing is, their spiritual successors, the Bleacher Creature Buddies, are still around today. Check them out. Tribal Chief, American Nightmare, Disgraced Farmer. AEW's tried their hand at this style. WCW had their own brand of wrestling champs. And you know why these toys worked? Because they used a fun, animated style to portray the talent. Unlike the WCW Bash and Brawlers, which... Yikes, these are horrifying. But if we have to go with the worst of the worst, we're leaning toward the Master of the Diamond Cutter, Mr. Dallas Page. Now, most of these characters have sunglasses or face paint, so they're not like so intense, but not DDP. He's got those wide open eyes just staring a hole through your soul, creepy wide open mouth, and a seam that goes right down the center of his nose? Wasn't a better way to do that? Now, don't get us wrong, we love and respect DDP. Aside from his awesome career, the things he's done for the wrestling community are amazing and inspiring. But if you let your kiddo cuddle up with this doll when they go to sleep, then you deserve to pay the therapist bills when they wake up screaming. Number 6. What does everybody want? The Attitude Era was all about fantasy fulfillment. Who didn't want to give their boss the middle finger and then hit him with a stone cold stunner, and then hold him at gunpoint until he pees his pants, and then fill his Corvette with cement, and then spray him with a fire hose filled with beer, and then methodically attack his entire family, including his elderly wife? Huh? Who didn't dream of doing that? Okay, maybe don't answer that question. You don't want to end up on a list. But in that same vein, who didn't want to take the WWE Sexiest Siren home and have a little conversation? Well, now you can do just that with your very own Sable wall talker. Oh, look, tagline is the 3D picture that tells you where to get off. Good, I was wondering. All right, what is this monstrosity? Well, it seems to be some kind of door alarm with moving eyes that will give you the business if you get too close. Some examples of what Virtual Sable will say is, "I'm not just another pretty face. What are you looking at?" And "You can look all you want, but keep your hands to yourself." Yeah, it's sad that Sable's no touching policy needs to be verbalized, but they did go out of their way to include her chest in the design, whereas Steve Austin, The Undertaker, their versions stop at their necks. Ugh, and talk about false advertising, and none of those quotes does it tell me where I'm going to get off. At any rate, at least this thing lets you record your own audio for people who try to break into your room. I'd go with something like, "Warning, virgin inside." Number 7. Pillow Talk. Japan's fascination with body pillows, or dakimakura, featuring characters from anime, manga, and video games, stems from its deep otaku culture. These pillows offer fans a tangible connection to their favorite characters, serving as both collectibles and sources of emotional comfort. Originally designed for physical support, dakimakura have evolved into symbolic companions, especially for those seeking solace or attachment to fictional worlds. Additionally, dakimakura serve as an outlet for escapism and the imagination, with fans sometimes envisioning relationships, romantic connections with the characters they admire. Ultimately, these pillows blend comfort, nostalgia, and creative expression, reflecting Japan's broader love for its entertainment icons. And we don't want to do anything to ridicule another culture's pastimes. We don't want to yuck anybody's yum. But it's kind of weird. Now, obviously, WWE superstars have been used for these body pillows in an unofficial capacity for quite some time. Someone can just slap Alexa Bliss's picture on the pillowcase illegally and call it a day. But an officially licensed product, no, they wouldn't possibly. Actually, you know they would. That's how this list works. In 2018, the WWE partnered with Rakuten to offer body pillow covers featuring superstars AJ Styles, Finn Balor, and Shinsuke Nakamura. These covers were available exclusively in Japan. 3 talents with a strong history in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Makes sense. Now, there is precious little information about these products outside of a handful of articles. The link to the Rakuten WWE line of products no longer works, so it's possible that these never saw the light of day. But I can imagine the family man AJ Styles not particularly loving this idea, although Balor and Nakamura, they were probably into it. And don't for a second think I'm judging. I mentioned that we're selling t-shirts, but if there was enough demand, Well, there's our list. Did we forget any other weird wrestling merchandise? If so, please leave them in the comment section below. Oh, and I still want to know about the dumbest piece of wrestling merchandise that you own. Also, if you enjoyed this, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and $1 million dream that notification bell. Until next time, I'm Singer Siete for 7 Wrestling saying bye-bye.